the proximity to the existing homes. So the existing neighbours immediately next to the new development have got concerns about the proximity of construction, particularly in terms of privacy, sunlight, and potential overlooking. So how has the developer addressed these concerns in the design and planning of the project?
This is obviously a really important topic, particularly for the people on Eversley Crescent that border the site on that eastern boundary. In planning terms, to mitigate the risk of overlooking here, there is clear policy in the local plan and London plan of how to address it. There are separation distances, and there's also measures that can be taken to reduce the overlooking between habitable windows of existing and proposed buildings. On our site, where we have the maisonettes that back on, we have approached that with a combination of things. So in some instances, the separation distance is exceeding, and even in those conditions, we have applied opaque glazing up to 70% of the window pane, so that and that is more of a technical reason, because there's a 1700 height from finished floor level where it's deemed that overlooking cannot take place. So opaque glazing has been used in that instance. And then to the north, the railway block at first floor, there is one unit that does back on, and to prevent any direct habitable to habitable room overlooking, we've introduced oriel windows, which on plan effectively are triangles. So one side of the triangle is opaque glazing and the other is clear, so that that line of sight is away from the neighbouring buildings. So that's how we've addressed overlooking. Again, that was something that was raised at pre-app and addressed. And in terms of sunlight, this has been assessed in detail by our consultant, Anstey Horn. So there's a report that you can find, and I'll provide the link to the report, which is on the planning board. That demonstrates that 100% of the rooms assessed achieve the BRE guidelines values for both annual and winter sunlight. So if I share my screen again. The path of the sun east to west actually comes to the south. So
sorry, could you repeat that bit? We lost the sound while you started to speak when this slide came up.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to, can you hear me now?
Yes, much better.
Just trying to describe the path of the sun, which is actually described in the detailed report. So this is the arc of the sun forming to the south, and the railway block, which potentially has the biggest impact, being 2, 3, and 4 story, is outside of that path. So in terms of sunlight, it's actually 100% compliance scheme. And the report goes into detail and talks about other more technical factors, but generally against BRE guidelines, it's a very compliant scheme. And we've done all that we could to improve that